How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Fuze, how his gadget works, some places you can use his gadget, and when the best times to choose him would be. We're going to use the map house for simplicity's sake, and let's get right into it. Alright, so Fuze has 4 cluster charges that can be attached to any soft or reinforced wall or window barricades, including castles barricades. Upon activation, the charge will fire off 5 explosive pucks that blow up after a short delay. Let's talk about how the cluster charges actually fire off the pucks. So for facing north, we put a charge right here. The charges will instead fire off from east to west. So the first charge will go here, and then every 2 meters another puck will drop. As you can see, I took about 72 damage, and I was about 5 meters away whenever that explosion first dropped down. Any player within 5 meters of 2 different pucks will be eliminated. The total damage from a cluster charge goes out to about 140 meters squared. So this entire oval here will all be a damage zone. From this particular charge, the only way they don't take damage is if they're in that back corner or if they happen to be somewhere along this wall here. Anywhere within 3 meters of any of these circles, whenever they go off, will pretty much mean an instant elimination for the player. For vertical play, knowing that it goes in a straight line instead of spreading out, we need to target small, narrow areas that are hard to escape from or that enemies commonly hide out behind. An example would be this area back here, which happens to be by this hatch. So now with the placement of where we have that, anyone that's hiding in this back area would be eliminated. For horizontal play, instead of going in a straight line, it'll fan out, so it'll start from the right as before and crescent out. Keep in mind though, depending on which way you put it on the wall, so if you're standing straight up, it'll start from this side, but if you're inverted, hanging off the ceiling, it'll actually start off from this side. For this example, we'll use an inverted. As you can see, the charge kind of puts out this crescent image. The type of room you're looking for is typically going to be about 6 by 10. The car room actually happens to be the perfect size. Try to get the charge centered as much as possible. Obviously, it'll take some guesswork, and then fire away. And using that charge, it actually blows up this whole section over here, and you don't see it, but it actually hits on top of the bed as well. So if anyone's in this room pretty much anywhere, they would die. Using horizontal play can be used either for elimination if they stay in this room, or it can be used for flushing out. In this particular example, you could be flushing them into this room while someone waits on the window to take them out as they run out. It's going to seem kind of obvious, but the best times to use Fuze would be when there's plenty of soft floors to work with, in particular sites that have bomb sites with the soft floors over them. An example would probably be Skyscraper. It's pretty much entirely soft floor. A bad one to go to would be Lair. That entire place is pretty much hard floor. That being said, pretty much every map probably has a few places that it can use a Fuze charge on. We obviously don't have a castle barricade to work with here, but if you did put a Fuze charge on a castle barricade and then fire it off, it will actually leave a poke hole, much like this, in it. It'll be smaller than this in the castle barricade though. The same, however, does not work for reinforced walls. Once it punctures through, it's still a solid metal wall. And probably the most important memo of them all, please be cautious of where you put your Fuze charges, as they also hurt your teammates.
Eliminated all friendlies.
Alright guys, that wraps it up for Fuze. Hopefully you got something from it. If you did, hit that like button. If you want another video going over more spots you can use Fuze charges, let me know in the comments below. And consider subscribing, so whenever that video comes out, you will be able to see it firsthand. Hopefully I'll see you there. Until then, bye.